On May 10th, 2026, Shane van Gisbergen did something no driver in modern NASCAR history has done. He pitted 25 laps from the end at Watkins Glen, came out 24th, and chased down Ty Gibbs by 29.2 seconds in 18 laps to win. Fair dinkum, mate. That's not driving, that's witchcraft. But here's the thing that's got the entire ANZAC fan base absolutely filthy tonight. While our Kiwi legend is out there bending the laws of physics on road courses, Trackhouse Racing, his own team, is quietly grooming a 19-year-old American golden boy named Connor Zilisch to be the future face of the organization. And the deeper you dig, the uglier it gets. Sponsorship reshuffles, suspended pit crew members, a car that runs like $1 million on a road course, and like a shopping trolley on an oval. So tonight, we're asking the question no one in the American NASCAR media has the guts to ask: is Trackhouse Racing sacrificing Shane van Gisbergen's Cup Series future to build the Connor Zilisch empire? Let's decode it. Let's start with cold, hard data. Through the first 14 races of 2026, Shane van Gisbergen has 1 win, 2 top 5s, and an average finish of somewhere north of 22nd. On road courses, he's untouchable. On ovals, his best finish all year was a 6th at Echo Park Speedway in February, and even that came after 2 spins. Now compare that to last season. Reckon you remember? When SVG ran Cowlig Racing equipment part-time, he was actually quicker on certain ovals than he's been in the supposedly elite Trackhouse car this year. Read that again, mate. Cowlig, a mid-tier team, was giving him better oval pace than Trackhouse. And then there's the pit crew situation. March 3rd, 2026, NASCAR drops the hammer. 2 members of Trackhouse's pit crew suspended after a wheel detaches at COTA. On which car? You guessed it, with the road course where SVG was supposed to dominate. Fans on Reddit have been screaming about it for months. 1 pit stop in 137 laps at one event. Crew Chief Stephen Doran calling races like he's reading a fortune cookie. Strategy calls that make 0 sense for a driver of SVG's caliber. Now, I'm not saying it's deliberate. I'm saying the pattern is impossible to ignore. The B-team treatment, the recycled setups, the fact that when SVG asks for adjustments mid-race, the team allegedly responds slower than they do for the other Trackhouse cars. You don't put a Ferrari engine in a Hyundai chassis and then blame the driver when it doesn't win Daytona, but that, dear viewer, is exactly what's happening to our Kiwi. Listen, we are building the strongest ANZAC voice in NASCAR right here on this channel. If you're tired of watching our Kiwi legend get the short end of the stick, if you're sick of American media pretending everything's fine while SVG quietly suffers in inferior gear, if you want to join a community that demands better for Shane van Gisbergen, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's show Charlotte the power of the nation. From Sydney to Auckland to every garage in between, subscribe, stand up, be heard. Now let's talk about the kid, because make no mistake, Connor Zilisch is generationally talented, 19 years old, already won 13 Xfinity races, first driver in NASCAR history to win the regular season championship as a rookie in the Xfinity Series, tied the all-time consecutive Xfinity win record with Sam Ard and Noah Gragson. He's not a hack. He's the real deal, but that's exactly what makes this so suspicious. Justin Marks, Trackhouse's owner, has openly called Zilisch the future of the organization, multi-year deal, Cup Series Rookie of the Year favorite, and here's the kicker that should make every SVG fan see red. Red Bull. When Red Bull announced their massive 2026 sponsorship, 25 combined races across Trackhouse, guess whose car got the lion's share of the marketing push? Guess whose face was plastered all over the November 2025 unveiling? It wasn't just SVG, mate, it was Zilisch. The 19-year-old rookie who hadn't run a single Cup race yet was getting equal billing with the Watkins Glen conquering 3-time Supercars champion. Now you tell me, in what universe does a rookie get equal commercial weighting to a proven Cup winner unless the organization has already decided who the future face is? But wait, it gets even more suspicious when you look at the development resources. Reports out of the Trackhouse shop suggest Zilisch is getting first pick simulator time, prime engineering resources, and his crew chief was reportedly handpicked from the team's strongest brain trust. Meanwhile, SVG's number 88 program has been operating with what insiders are calling legacy infrastructure. Translation, mate, old setups, old parts, old thinking. And here's the question nobody at Trackhouse wants you asking. Why would you invest your A-tier resources in an unproven 19-year-old when you have a 36-year-old global motorsport legend already on the books? The answer is uncomfortable because SVG's value to Trackhouse was always the brand expansion Australia, New Zealand, Road Course Glory, Project 91 marketing. Zilisch's value is the next 15 years of Cup Series dominance on American ovals, and in NASCAR, ovals are where the money lives. So here's where it gets juicy. Despite Trackhouse announcing a multi-year extension with SVG back in August 2025, the rumor mill in the Charlotte paddock is absolutely on fire right now. Whispers are getting louder that SVG's camp has been quietly listening to overtures from two of the biggest names in the sport, Hendrick Motorsports and 23XY Racing. Think about it for a second, mate. Hendrick has unmatched Chevrolet resources, the kind of oval program that could finally unlock SVG's potential outside of road courses. Imagine SVG with Cliff Daniels level engineering. Imagine the data sharing with Larson, Byron, Elliott. He'd be a top 10 oval threat within a season. Then there's 23XY Toyota, Denny Hamlin, and Michael Jordan, a team built on giving talented underdogs the resources to prove people wrong. The cultural fit is almost too perfect. And here's where the manufacturer war explodes. If SVG jumps to Toyota, even for a Project 91 style international program, it sends shockwaves through Chevrolet's investment in him. Bowtie loses face, Trackhouse loses their international superstar, and the ANZAC market that NASCAR has been desperately trying to crack, gone overnight. The truth nobody at Trackhouse will admit on camera, they can't afford to lose SVG. But they're already acting like they have. The pit crew issues, the oval setup neglect, the Zilisch glow-up, it all points to one quiet, calculated truth. Trackhouse is building Phase 2 without Shane in mind, and the Kiwi knows it, so let's call it like we see it. Connor Zilisch didn't ask to be the golden boy. He's earned every bit of his hype. This isn't about hating the kid. He's the real deal, full stop. But Shane van Gisbergen deserves better than scraps. He deserves a team that gives him the engineering resources, the pit crew execution, and the strategic respect that a driver of his caliber commands. Trackhouse gave him a home when he arrived from supercars, and for that we'll always be grateful. But homes can become cages. And right now, from where the nation is standing, it looks an awful lot like the locks are being changed. So here's what we want to know, nation. Drop a fair dinkum in the comments if you think SVG should walk away from Trackhouse tomorrow. Drop a stay and fight if you reckon he can turn it around inside the team. And tell us, Hendrick or 23X1, where would you send our Kiwi legend to chase that Cup Series championship he so clearly deserves? We're NASCAR Nation Decoded, the strongest ANZAC voice in motorsport, and we'll see you in the next investigation.